What's cracking, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. New video. So I just finished watching a portion of a video from a newer channel. I'm gonna go ahead and post up on the screen the name of the channel. It's called "Excuse Me on the Tier," and we need to get more people subscribed to that channel. I know a lot of people that watch my channel are incarcerated. I know a lot of those incarcerated individuals, their family members and loved ones watch my channel. And they really, you guys should all be subscribed to Excuse Me on the Tier. He put out a video a few hours ago, and I'm gonna show you guys that video. I'm gonna put it up so you'll know which one it is. And listen, it was posted 7 hours ago and only has 189 views. And we need to get that up. Now, in that video, he's doing an interview with Hector Bravo, the former correctional officer. He's also got Mike Thompson on there, who did over 40 years in prison out here in California. And he also talks to an inmate that's currently in ADSEG. And that inmate's name is Donnie Dillon, I believe the name was. And that's the part I want to talk about, because Donnie Dillon called in and he wanted on the Excuse Me on the Tier to get at Hector Bravo to bring attention to a new, quote unquote, a new thing that the CDC is deciding to implement. And what they're deciding to implement is, if you go to ADSEG, if you break a rule, if you whack somebody, if you commit any acts of violence, or you break a rule to where you have to be housed in ADSEG, you will not have anything to eat as far as canteen or hygiene, right? And I have to say this. I had to make this video because I heard Hector say that maybe the administration, and it's really the politicians, not even the administration itself, it's the politicians in Sacramento that are running the CDC. They're coming up with this dumb idea, right? I don't know why they think if they enact this rule that it'll get people to think twice. And I'm going to tell you why. For one, it's prison. Whatever's got to be done is going to be done. And there are those willing to do it at all times. Okay. But secondly, and more importantly, this was done before. This was already done. Everybody that was in ADSEG and New Folsom, A5, A6, back in the 90s, our canteen list had 7 items. I wrote them down right here so I wouldn't forget which ones they were. This was the entire canteen list in New Folsom in the 90s. You could order envelopes, a dictionary, some writing paper, washcloth, pen filler, thesaurus, and there was one thing I couldn't remember, but that was it. People were using tooth powder as deodorant. Guys were volunteering to clean the showers to get an extra tray. You went back to New Folsom ADSEG, you were going to starve. You were only going to be able to eat what the state provided you. There was no coffee, no cosmetics, no food. Later, the second time I was in New Folsom, man, it was lovely. They had canteen finally. But prior, in the 90s, they didn't have any. I never heard one single dude on the yard say, man, I don't really want to do this fucking hit, homie, because I'm going to starve back there. No. That was part of the process. That was part of being a convict. That was part of putting in work, part of doing the thing for the cause. The CDC knows exactly what they're doing, man. And Hector's right. The COs, man, I don't know how many times when I was on the yard where a CO would come to my cell and say, look, man, this is what the administration wants to do. We don't want to have nothing to do with it, this and that. And I used to tell them, talk to your union rep. Like, I understand you're showing respect and you're saying you guys, you know, you don't want people, the convicts, to get mad at you. But you guys are the ones that walk the yard, not the administration. And they know that, you know. So talk to your union rep. Tell them to make a stink about it. That's what you pay your dues for, right? Your fees, whatever you call them. But the CDC, look it. The politicians, I know in my heart, I truly believe they look on the map, their little prison map, right? They look on the map and they see Pelican Bay Shoe, all those millions that were spent making that place. And they see pictures of it now, and it's low-level inmates smiling, a TV in the little pod, there's a table in the pod. They never envisioned that. The politicians in Sacramento are pissed. They want to fill that back up. They're going to do everything that they can to get back before a judge and say, Judge, we were right. You made a mistake. These are animals. This is why they're integrating the yards. This is why they want to starve people in the hole. Believe me, you get used to it. I mean, all of us, I only did the first hunger strike, right? After the third day, what happened? You get a little tired, you get sluggish, but the hunger pains go away. You hear that say, you got nothing to eat. It's a mindset thing. You don't worry about it. It's not there. It's different if there was canteen and you just couldn't afford it. That's when it's different. But when it's not an option, you don't think about it. The CDC knows that. They remember how it was in New Folsom when they didn't give us any food or cosmetics. People were still getting whacked left and right. People were in that ad saying in New Folsom back then. Shit. You were catching time in there. This is just another prong, another push in the CDC politicians' attack on convicts. I know a lot of people will see this video and say, well, they should have never committed the crime. That's not the point. That's not the point. Every time I do these type of videos, I always point out 80% of convicts, 80% of inmates return back to society within, I think it's 8 years. We owe it to ourselves out here to make sure that when guys go to prison, they have an option to rehabilitation, to education, and that they come out better men than they were when they went in. And it happens with a lot of long-term offenders. The short-term offenders, they know they're getting out 5 years, 8 years, whatever. They don't care. It's still a game to them. But we need to at least give them that option, man. Nobody is getting on these politicians. I'm telling you guys, what you guys need to do, anybody that sees this video that has a loved one behind the walls, do not call a prison. Don't call the guys in CDC headquarters. Don't call them. Write your local council member, city council member, write the state senator, the assembly person, write those politicians, not the ones that work for CDC, the ones that supposedly work for you. And you tell them, I have a loved one who's incarcerated. These are the things that are going on. If you want my vote, if you want to get reelected, make something happen. They get enough of those letters. They get enough of those phone calls. It's better if it's a letter, though. Something might give. But calling the prison, they don't give a damn. Especially over there at the prison. They can't do nothing about it. It's coming from Sacramento. Prison time is hard enough, man. Adding all these things to make it harder, to make sure guys catch more cases, make sure more guys lose their lives, that shouldn't be part of incarceration. That's my video for today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Everybody, please be safe, be smart, and tell the ones you love that you love them, man. I'm out of here.